Like, bro, when was the last time you just went running and just like held it at top speed, just letting it fly, just at full throttle, just seeing, if you still got it, if it's still there.
Yeah, I. It's been a minute, bro. Like I said, I think it's been a few months since I ran like that.
I
It's
did
been a
that
few
today.
months.
Like
Yeah,
I
it's been a few months, and even before that, it was even longer. So,
just
but I'll
letting
say
that
when I did,
inner
go
kid
ahead.
out, bro.
Yeah,
You feel so free. I don't know why. Like I'm a powerlifter, bro. I don't do the
mm,
running. You feel me? Like it's not really my
right,
thing. But
right.
bro, I just took off running at full speed today, and I was like, I feel like I'm moving so slow. But it's been so long since I moved this fast, bro. Like
Yeah,
it felt weird on my knees. Like my knees were like, what are we doing?
the,
but
the joints were trying to react.
correct, exactly.
Yeah,
But it's like
yeah.
it was. I don't know. It was exhilarating, I guess, because like that's how I feel in life right now. Where it's like all of
Mm,
a sudden I'm taking off running, and I'm like, what is this? Like it feels so
right,
weird.
right. Yeah, man. And then when I did run, I hit something, and I knew I've gotten it a couple times, like with workouts when I was in school running. But it's
Hmm.
called runner's high, and it basically is like you feel like you can run forever, and it's a very like surreal. I can't say it's really an out of body experience because you definitely feel like in tune with like what your body's doing,
Hmm.
but it just feels like literally your whole body is perfect and ready to keep going. Um, and I read something, I forgot where it was, and it was years ago when I read it. But basically, it was saying that when you get runner's high while you're running, it basically is telling you that it's like your body's way of telling you that they're enjoying what you're doing, right? So that it's enjoying what you're doing. So it's not even just that you're exercising, but like you're getting like a blast of dopamine. Um,
Hmm.
there's like another chemical that's like going on in your brain as well. But like when I ran, that's when I got how I knew I was feeling runner's high. It wasn't just because I felt like I could run forever, but also for some reason I felt like extremely happy. It was
That's
so
what happened to
weird.
me today, bro. That's the first time in my
Yeah,
life that has ever happened to me. I didn't know that was
while you're
runner's
running.
high. Like I didn't know that was a thing, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It's runner's high. Like it's crazy and it feels great. So like you keep on going, but also there's like a downside to it because like also there is a chance that you may not know when you're pushing your body too much because of how you're in this almost you're like in this state of like perfection so you don't feel what's actually going on. Yes, your body's moving, but also there's going to be a limit where your body's like, hey, and it's not going to tell you. That's the problem. It's not going to tell you until you get out of runner's high and then all of a sudden you're like in pain. You feel me? um but yeah, man, I hit that, and not only that, like it was so weird. Like I was running by myself. Actually, I was running with my dog, and she was keeping up with me. We were chugging. Like I wasn't just running. Like I was
Yeah.
zooming. People probably thought I stole something the way I was running, right? And I was moving, and I was just smiling. Like I just kept smiling. I was like, whoa, like this feels crazy. Like I felt good. But then randomly, I started like crying, bro. And it wasn't like out of sadness or anything, like pain or nothing. It was like out of like I couldn't control the emotions that were going on. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it was such a crazy feeling.
I don't know what happened to me. So my house it has a ramp or whatever, right? So what happens
Yeah.
is I walk down the ramp, but I had on my work boots, right? Because I was just going to my car,
Okay.
and bro, I was like playing around because I'm thinking in my head as I'm walking down the ramp, and I like jump off the bottom of the ramp onto the ground, right? And from there it was like I hit the ground, but I took off running. So I was
Mm.
like, and it was weird because it was like a dum 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 dum, and I was like, oh, like I could
And,
feel the weight of
yeah.
and I guess that was the powerlifter in me part that came out. Was like I could feel the weight of my boots on my ankles, and I'm like, oh, we
Mm.
got some resistance, and it's like, so it only made me want to go faster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm running in this field, right? Because it's big open field. I run in this field and I'm just running, 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 running. And I'm like, bro, this feels amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I know I'm not moving as fast as I would like to move, but like, this feels amazing. I was like, I could do this forever. I could just do, and it's like that big hit of dopamine. Like everything feels perfectly fine. And then I saw my car, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm at home. I should go back. And like,
Hmm.
so I ran to my car or whatever, but
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I don't know what that was, but like, that felt good.
No,
You
that's the
know?
thing, man. That's the thing. Yeah.
I'm like, it's
That's the
kind of
thing,
like,
man.
just like in therapy, some people are told like, you come home, you scream, right? You just like, or scream and let it all out. But it's like,
Right.
we did other things as children besides like scream out your frustrated energy. Right? You take off
Yes.
running, you go play basketball, you go do this, you go be artistic, you go play, you know? It was like your
Yeah.
way of expressing yourself. You needed to be able to express yourself. And I wonder
Right.
now, just looking at the world and all the things that are kind of going on, how much of that is people just don't have they don't understand a way to express themselves, right? Because some people, for them, painting, right? Like they could feel the paintbrush hitting the canvas, and they're like, yeah, yeah, but that's the way they're expressing, like for real,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But it like it do that for them, but then we look at it and we're like, man, that's so beautiful, it's so detailed, and they're like,
Hmm.
well, thank you, right? Um, so I think it's just you gotta go back to being a kid a little bit, where it's like you remember how
Yeah.
you had fun, you remember how you expressed yourself, you remember being excited about things. I think as adults, bro, um, being
That's
excited about
interesting.
stuff is a little bit harder if life isn't going the way you want it to when you want it to.
That's interesting, man. Just that. I think it's not even just yeah. Like to make it in simpler terms, is like go play.
Exactly.
Just go play, man. You know, that's crazy. I was thinking about that too. I was talking to my wife, and I was just like, man, I feel like, and obviously I know it didn't go that fast, but I feel like I became an adult like overnight. It felt like I was a kid, and then it was all right, adult, go, and everything that comes with being an adult came. You know what I mean? Like the
Hmm.
types of things that you deal with, and bills, and living arrangements, and
Look, real quick, because you
future
said that though.
goals, workforce, and stuff.
I thought about that earlier. From now on,
Mm.
in my head, I'm like, instead of being like, I got bills, I think of them as, boy, I'm living life. I got
Oh
me
hell
another
no,
one
man.
of them.
Yeah,
Just to have a
yeah,
positive
I like
aspect on
that.
it. But,
Boy. I
boy,
like
I'm
that.
living life.
I like that, man. Yeah, man. So like, yeah, go play. I used to before me and Leia got married. I'd say like a year and a half, 2 years. I was doing like flag football, and I always felt good doing it. I always felt good doing it. But then me and Leia got married, and we're spending time together and stuff like that. And I think most of my time that I was devoting to myself while we were in the dating period, now because I live with her, I've just given it to her. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I think, and I still, and obviously, I mean, we just got married, so we should be spending the time to get to know each other and love each other differently, and you know, do things together. But then I noticed that she is very good at allocating time to herself to go hang out with her girls, go do something. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I have not done that at all. Like, not even exercise. And we've been married for like 6 months now, and I'm just like, man. And I think I'm starting to feel the effects of it now. Not a sense of like not like at an alarming rate, but I'm definitely like, dang. Like I don't know, man. It's a calling for sure. It's a calling to be like, yeah, man, get out there more, go do something, and
You gotta
but my
be
thing's like,
active.
I just don't know what I would do. You know what I mean?
Just start thinking about the stuff you used to do, because I know what you're saying, because that's how I feel where it's like life is life. Like I'm still alive, so I know how to
Right.
survive at this point, if nothing else. So things
Right.
can't get worse than surviving, right? Um,
Yeah.
and if they do, it's just about what you believe in spiritually or religiously. But that's a whole nother conversation that we've
Mm.
already put on another episode. So yeah, go check that out. But anyway, it's more so it's more so where's the fulfillment? Like where's the fun? Where's that?
Right.
And it's just well, I don't because I was like, I don't really know how to have fun. Like I don't remember how I had fun as a kid. And when I said that to
Mm.
myself, I was like, bro, you don't remember how you had fun as a kid? That's
Yeah.
sad, bro. Like, and it made me start thinking back on my childhood. Like, okay, so what did I do? I was playing Madden all the time. NBA live, right? It's like video games was a big part, but okay, what else did I do besides video games? It was like I used to
Right.
go shoot basketball every day, bro. Every
Yeah.
single day. If I was at home,
Mm-hmm.
basketball, because I had a basketball goal. So,
Mm-hmm.
is that or like catching? I loved to catch when I was a kid. From catching footballs, catching baseballs, catching basketballs, and passing was
Yeah.
a big thing because you don't throw a baseball the same you throw a basketball the same you throw a football. So it was just
Yeah.
I was always fascinated. Like, oh, you got to be able to do this better to throw a football, or you got to be able to do that better to throw a better pass in basketball, or the angles
Right.
in basketball on the backboard and on the passes. Like, it was all so cool to me. But
Yeah.
it's like, as you got older, of course, it's like if you don't do this for a living, then you got to find something else to do, right? That doesn't mean you can't do this at all, but you just got to
Yeah.
find other things to do. And
Well, I think that's it. I think that's really what it is. Is like if you, I mean, having that realization of like, man, I'm not gonna do this for a living. So what? Still do it. You know
correct,
what I mean? Like clearly you like it, so do it. And I think that's what I gotta get back in tune with is doing what I like. Because I mean, I play video games, right? And I do like to play video games and love it. But for me, it's too close to work
mm-hmm,
because it's a similar like it doesn't do the same thing it used to. Like
correct.
I used to, and I mean, I still play games like regularly, but yeah, man, there's just an aspect of it that's kind of like. So I mean, I guess it seems like a simulation of what I'm doing at work. Because at work, I'm sitting in front of a computer screen, you know, and I'm talking to people, but I'm sitting in the exact same spot, but looking at the computer screen. And then when I play the video games, I'm just sitting in the exact same spot, but now I'm looking at at the monitor to play the game. So it doesn't. It's too. I feel like I'm just staring at screens all day. You know what I mean? So it's
Correct.
like,
I'm
man,
like, yeah, your body's telling you it's time to get up. Go play.
yeah, get up and go do something. You know, exactly. Go play and whatever it is, and I think. I mean, it's an interesting experience when it's coming from. I mean, I've been dating. I was dating Leia for like what 4 years, and then we've had periods of like that where it was like, man, I'm spending, I'm all my time is spent with her. I need to start allocating some time with for myself, and so I did that. But then I don't know where I lost it. Like, why did it? Because I mean, I got married and it was cool, and it's great. Everything's great. Like we spent a lot of time together. But then like something, a part of me is still like, bro, like same thing every day, over and over and over, and it's like, and so the realization was that like it was the question of I was asking like, is that really what this is? Just the same thing over and over and over? And then the answer is no, it's not. Like get up. Like it's
Like,
gonna
go
be like that
play.
if that's what you want it to be, but clearly I don't. So yeah, man,
Yeah, this is the part
pretty
where
interesting.
like the creative side comes out. You know, it's the
Right,
like you said, it's the go play. All right, we said go play. All we got is a red rubber ball. We playing dodgeball. No, let's play kickball. No, let's play.
right,
You see what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden you start coming up with games, but somewhere,
yeah,
and I know how you feel. It's like where did I lose it? Like where did it get
yeah.
lost at?
It
It's
wasn't like it definitely wasn't intentional, but it was kind of just like
you didn't
it's kind of
realize
just like
what it
fucking with
was
it.
when you had it though. That's what it was, and so now you value
Well,
it because it's gone.
well, I mean, my thing, I mean, but I did though. When I realized that I needed to do that while we were dating, it was like, yeah, like, and it felt great. I was like, man, I love this. I should never stop. And then we got married. And then it was like, I didn't even notice it leave. That's what it really was. Like, I just didn't even notice. But I think a part of that is because I've been having a great time. You know what I mean? And like literally loving spending time with her and like being home. We get to chill, watch movies together, do these different things together. But then it's like, all right, yo, like, yeah, you're doing what you're doing because I'm doing stuff that I know she will like as well. You know what I mean? So like, even if there's something that I don't really like, she's gonna find an aspect of something to incorporate it so it's now something that we both enjoy, right? But I'm not necessarily doing something that just me specifically and only me enjoys. And that's what it's like, bro, get back to it. Get back to doing that. What do you like to do and do that entirely, so but it's also like it's to do that, but then it's also like, yeah, bro, get out of your house. So
Yeah. And it because comfortable. We talked about this. You don't want
right,
to get comfortable. And that's what it's
right,
all about. Life is like, yo, don't you feel a little too comfortable? You're not nervous about how comfortable you feel right now? It's like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm kind of getting bored. And it's like that. Remember we had that conversation too where it was like playing Call of Duty on veteran is really, really hard. But it's also a lot more fun than like playing it on recruit if you already are pretty good at the game.
yeah,
Right. So it's like, because recruit is just gonna bore you. Yeah, you're gonna finish the story in like a couple hours, but you're gonna be like, eh. But if you put it on
yeah,
veteran, you like, dang, okay, dang,
yeah.
all right, I got something for this, right? You get better, but
That's what
yeah,
it is.
man.
I think it started to get very gray and white. You feel me? Or what do they call it? Black and
Black and
white, or
white,
black
yep.
and gray, or whatever. It started to get very much like that, and it was like, nah, man, like, yeah,
Yeah, and that's when you gotta surprise you too sometimes with your inner kid, right? Where it's like, bro,
right,
I don't really feel like doing nothing today. It's like, all right, we're gonna go swing on the swing set today. Like, we swinging
hmm,
on swings today. Like, why are we swinging on the swing? It's like, cause when was the last time you've been on the swing,
mm,
right?
yeah,
Stuff like that, or like literally like being a big kid for a little while, just a little while. And I remember
right,
my first professor, my first psychology professor, Psych 101. It was an auditorium classroom. She literally said, everybody stand up, jump. And so everybody like hopped, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And she's like, all right, y'all can sit back down. She's like, I always want to give you the ability to jump because let me tell you something. As you get older, you don't do as much jumping as you used to. And I'm like,
mm,
at the time, I was like, whatever. Like, nah, I'm gonna be jumping out. Like, I'm gonna jump because I'm gonna play
yeah.
basketball. But it's like, I can't
Always
tell
gonna
you the
jump.
last time I even picked up a basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah,
So it's like, yeah, just do stuff like that. Go play on the
no,
swing. Go. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why everybody need everybody. The older need the younger need the older, because the
right,
youth keep you young. But you
right,
teach them what it's like to be older, so they know, okay, I can still play, but I got to be more mature about it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, oh yeah. That's funny that you said that, man. So like, I say a couple months ago, I was going with my dad in the mornings because I used to do that when I was in high school. I go in the mornings, early in the mornings on base and play basketball. Well, they had a group of guys that would come show up like 5 a.m. at the gym. Oh no, psych, even earlier than that. It was like 4 a.m. And they would open up the gym, and it's just a bunch of older men. I almost said old men. It's a bunch of older men playing basketball, and I was like the one kid there. And I stopped doing it for years, and I started doing it again. I stopped recently because I still realize I don't really like I don't like basketball players. So I think also I suck. Like it was horrible because I think I hadn't touched a ball when I came back. I hadn't touched a ball in like 2 years. It was crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, no, it was. Oh my god, that was especially when you like think about it. Like I've never been bad at a sport because I was always a good athlete, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I perform, just bad. I'm talking bad, bro. Like like everything that I've learned about basketball when it came to like skills out the window. Like
Yep.
it was
I know the
like the
feeling.
whole term of if you don't lose it, you lose it. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. Couldn't be that was 100% the truth because it was bro, I think I hit the back of the basketball. I think I hit the back of the backboard, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to inbound the ball, bro. I think like it was so bad, bro. Like, I mean, okay, well, I will say that I did an air ball. I never airballed on the shot though, but it was a lot of bricks. It was a lot of. I was getting the ball ripped from me by like people who should not be anywhere near me in capability. Like, I was so mad, bro. I was so hot, so bad.
Yeah.
Damn.
It happens. It happens,
Yeah.
but it's because you stop doing it. You know,
Oh yeah.
when you was a kid, you felt like as a kid you knew your spots on the court. You know,
Right.
if that's what you did, if that's what you played, you knew, okay, if I get here, I'm knocking it down 9 times out of 10, right?
Right.
But like you say, you take them couple of years off, you know, and it's like, all right, wait a minute. Because at first, you know, as a kid, you doing it every day. The 1-2 step is easy for you. It's always a rhythm thing.
Right.
But you take 2 years off, and it's like you be trying to find the 1-2 rhythm on your dominant side again. You
Yeah.
know, and so
Oh
you
yeah.
mess around. You took 4 steps,
Oh.
and blew the layup because it just don't feel right. You just like, oh, you know.
And that's the thing too. So like, so I was like, all right, okay. Clearly, I'm not ready to be doing the same dribbling moves that I used to be able to do. Clearly, I'm not able to take the freaking fadeaway or the freaking
Yeah, all that's
unbalanced
gone.
unbalanced shot from 3 point land, right? Clearly, I can't do any of that anymore. So what I'm gonna do, what I still have, is my speed. I still have speed, right? So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm just gonna, as soon as that ball hits the backboard, I'm gone. Hit me on the, you know what I mean? Hit me on the
Yeah.
cherry pick, right? They hit me on the cherry pick. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gone. Dribble, oh, lost the dribble. I was like, all right, cool, I got it. Dribble, dribble. Okay, I didn't lose the dribble. There's the rim. Ugh. Brick. Hit the dang back bar too hard. Like, I have no finesse anymore, bro.
Correct.
Oh my goodness, man! Like, it was so embarrassing. And then because I'm never used to being the liability, right? I'm never used to be the liability, bruh. They it sucks because I pay attention, right? So I like if I break a shot, I'm looking at my teammates, but I'm not purposely like looking right at them. I'm kind of like, I'm like, all right, I'll shake my head, and I'm kind of looking at the ground. But I used to be a running back, so
Yeah.
I got great peripheral vision, right? So I'm like, I'm jogging my way back down the court, but I'm looking at everyone in their eyes. They don't even know it, and they're looking at all you see is faces like this, like. And I'm like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not that guy. So yeah, bro. It was hot. They're probably glad I'm not going either, man. So yeah, bro.
That's what's funny though, cause I remember at Louisiana Tech, I had stopped powerlifting, but bro, I had stopped playing basketball too. Like I had put some weight on, going through my little time, my depression, whatever. Bro, it
Yeah.
was bad, cause everybody who I played basketball with, my freshman sophomore year, bro, they knew like I could shoot. I was very active, so if you not running and you holding me on defense, you're gonna be tired, right? So
Right.
it's gonna be a problem, right? Like I'm just gonna cause physical and mental problems for the team, right? I'm playing against.
Yeah.
Bro, they saw that version of me, and they knew I hadn't been playing. And so one dude, Gemini, he was like, "Hey, you want to come play on my intramural team?" I was like, "Bro, I ain't really got it. Like I'm being honest with him. Like, yeah, bro, I ain't." And so he's like, "I don't need." He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I don't need the 2-3, Jordan. I just need the 4-5." I was like, 4-5? I was like, I might still got a 4-5 in me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
man, but bro, it was bad. Now I got better each game, but like playing in front of
get
people
better.
was a thing again, and then I played a lot of pickup. So playing with a ref now, and
Yeah.
even bro, and that's the thing. I knew that offensively I was a liability. Defensively, I was playing the passing lanes. I'm playing help, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But on offense, I'm a facilitator. Like that's what I am. And so if you put me in a position where I have to depend on somebody else to facilitate, I kind of get confused because I'm like, if we not drawing up plays and stuff, what are we doing? Like what's my job? You know what I'm saying? But if I'm the
Right.
facilitator, I'm directing like, okay, I see you. You my big man. You don't have a job. Come here. Come set me a screen. And from there, everybody else kind of move off what was about to happen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm gonna
Right.
go accordingly. So, it's stuff like that where, bro, when I played, they was like, yeah, he the shortest person on the team, but we not gonna let him play point. We gonna put him as a three. And I was like,
Mm.
all right, team ball, like
Yeah.
whatever it take to win. You feel me? But bro,
Right.
it was so bad because I literally would just stand on the wing, and that either dude would drive the ball to the basket and score, or like I'd be standing by myself wide open because nobody be paying attention to me. But if I
Mm.
got the ball, bro, I was bricking, like air
Yeah.
ball, like bad, bro, like air ball, and I'm just like,
Damn.
right.
Damn.
But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, if I just could be the facilitator, this wouldn't happen because I'm like that.
Right.
Nobody knows you can't shoot until you prove you can't shoot,
Yeah. Right.
right? And so I would have them playing me as a threat, like I could shoot, right? So
Uh-huh.
now I can get everybody else going. So everybody
Yeah.
else, if everybody else knocking down shots, me over here bricking, trying to find my shot again, nobody really gonna pay attention to. So I can, because we steady putting up points. It's just
Yeah.
every 4 or 5 possessions you see me throw up a brick. At the end of the game, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm like 1 for 7. I'm like, okay, I gotta shake that off. I had that blown
Yeah.
layup. We could have been 2 for 7. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but stuff like that,
What
stuff
it
like
is,
that, bro.
man.
It's just you gotta
Yeah,
keep
man.
doing it. You gotta keep doing it. And yeah, it feel weird at first. It feel bad at
I think that's what
first.
it is. Get past the weird phase. It's kind of like it made me think of like so like right now I'm growing out my hair, right? Right
Mm-hmm.
now it looks all right, you know what I mean? I got a haircut like what last week, but I'm dark skinned, so obviously it went away a lot quicker than the light skins. But that being said though, like I'm trying to grow it out. Like I want a big fro. Like I just want a big, but I want to keep it nice and groomed like down here, you feel me? But
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a big fro. But it's not my first time. I've grown a fro before, and there is something called the weird phase where
Yeah,
it's not no matter what you do, it's not gonna look how you want it,
it don't look
right?
right. Yeah.
That's what I feel like is the same stage with I guess with any of these things that you're trying to pick up. You're gonna have to go through that weird phase where it's like, hey, you don't got it like you used to, but if you keep going, you're gonna get there again. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of staying with it. And I think that's what it was for me was I sucked so bad. It was like, yeah, let's put this down. You know what I mean? So I put it down and like in my mind I was like, yeah, I'll get back to it later, but I didn't get back to it. You know what I mean? So it's just staying down. So I was like, all right, you know what? Now, stay with it. Remember, you're probably gonna suck. You're probably not gonna do. You know what I mean? And again, this is also like my expectations, right? Like, but then also, I was always better at football and track, anyway. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
like football, I could pick up a flag football and I could probably still route someone without even like, you know what I mean? Without thinking too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
But basketball, it always required a little bit more attention, a little more focus from me. Honestly, I think, and this is coming from someone who was a great, I always thought that basketball was the harder sport when it came to technique. Um, but that's just me. Um, yeah, so I just gotta get back to it. I think also I should get back to it because it does challenge me, and it's not just that it's fun; it also challenges me. You feel me?
I think
Yeah,
that's important too. But it does it in a fun way. You know what I'm saying? So you'll enjoy
exactly.
it. So it won't feel like labor. Like, and that's what I'm finding true about like all this stuff I'm reading, self help books and all this whatever. Is that it's like,
Hmm.
yes, all those things work, but they feel like work when you do them too, right?
Yeah.
So like, increase your
Right.
metabolism by walking 15 minutes after you eat. Yes, but that feels like work. Like, yes, it worked, but it feel like work. But
It
then it's
feels like work.
like, if you like basketball, go play basketball. If
Right.
you like football, go play football. Now you getting exercise, but it doesn't really feel like exercise because you had routed dude up and you was waiting on the pass, but the quarterback threw it too far in front of you. So now he talking because he think he locking you up. Whole time you cooking him. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But the reason y'all lost because the quarterback can't throw, right?
Yeah. Damn.
But now you see what I'm saying? But now
Yeah,
you
man.
forgot, like you was out here exercising. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. You just made it go through my head, man. So, so there was one time I got the ball right. I was wide open, but I hadn't made a shot that day, bro. And as soon as I was loading up my shot, and I was finna release, and all of a sudden, this is what I do. I was like, you know what? Because then you hear, as soon as I'm about to release, you hear my dad go, "No!" I was, I was like, my own father. I know you did just do. Don't ever do. But I almost wanted to sub out. I was like, you know what? Oh my god. You know, F it. I'm just gonna go sit down. Let me go sit down for a little bit. Like, it was so bad, bro. Dang, that was so funny. It was so funny. What a good time. Now I can laugh about it, but in the moment, I felt so the biggest sense of betrayal, bro. Like you know, I told my dad knows how long I hadn't played, right? Him of all people, you can't be doing stuff like that. Like, how you gonna do? I just told you I haven't played it to you. No, come on, man.
See,
My dog.
when I hear stuff like that, them be the ones I make, bro.
Yeah,
So it'd be like, I don't know.
good for
For
you.
me, nah. I look at whoever said no, cause on the release, I be
Yeah.
nervous, but it's like I know I'm 0 for 5, but we could be 1 for 6, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
then if I hear no, I'm like, who you talking to?
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
I
luckily
mean, I
for
will
me,
say it did incite something because so when my dad did that, and I was like, ah, all right, whatever. But there was one guy there who never said any. Well, he didn't say anything then, but then I started going, and there was a guy there I don't like. I don't like him at all. I don't care for him one bit, bruh. And and I knew it because there was one day where they said, "All right, we need you to defend him." And I already knew because he's the type of player to like complain about every little thing. You know
oh
what I mean?
yeah,
Oh, like basically at some point we're not even playing basketball anymore. We're just arguing, right? So when they said that I'm playing Dion, I was like, bruh, all right. But I was like, all right. I already know who he is. I know what he's capable of. So let me just stay quiet. No matter what he says, let me just stay quiet. Of course, dude gets to barking, but he does it. What I don't like is when I would much rather have someone who barks at you directly to you, right? Like I'm talking to you. I want you to hear me. Nah, bro. He does it where he's like, "I mean, this guy keeps on reading," and he'll walk away, but he's always saying something under his breath, and I'm just like, bruh, I'm right. Just talk to me. I'm standing right here. Just talk to me. Like I would much rather you say it. So he started saying a little stuff under his breath. I was like, cool, 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 cool. But then he started doing stuff like trying to give me a little bit more shoulder, doing stuff like that. And I'm just like, and then, but I don't have the skill to do to him what I want to do to him. You know what I mean? So, so that's what it was. It was like I was so frustrated. I was like, ooh, you don't even know what I could do to you if I still had it like I did. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, bro. It was, but all that to say, so I kept playing or whatever, and there was a day where I did have to play him, and I did what I needed to do. Like I was scoring buckets on him. He didn't score a bucket on me, and that's what that. That was that. But like I said, it took some consistency, but then also it was a challenge. So at that point, I'm not even really playing basketball. I'm just trying to beat him. You know what I mean? So I think that's I think there's an aspect of it that I like to compete. I love to compete, and I'm in a stage right now where no one wants to compete in the way that I like to compete. You
correct.
know,
Everybody's like, yo, we're getting older. Like, take it easy.
yeah,
Yeah,
just go to work, man. And nah, bro, like I bet you I could get to that pole faster than you.
yeah.
You
It's
know
like
what
you
I
want to
mean? Like,
race.
yeah, right. Want to race? Like, I need to get back into something like that, and I also need to do it on a day that's not a Sunday, because my wife, when I was doing flag football, my games were always on a Sunday, and it was always like during church. So it was like either I go to my game or miss church. And like my wife was like, "Oh no, like you should be at church with me." And I'm like, "Well, baby, I need to do this because I enjoy it. It makes me feel good." So it's very conflicted, very conflicted.
You got to do it like spontaneously too. Like you said,
Yeah,
like you want to race the car, right? Like
right.
imagine y'all go grocery shopping, right? And you like, I race you to the car, right? And you like, I
Right.
take buggy, right? Yeah,
Right.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah, man. I need to compete, and I need to try. Like I need to try to win. Like you know what I mean? Because I can't play it. I can play it for fun, but at the end of the day, I want to win. So let me play to win. And I think that's what it was. Like in video games, I used to be like that, but then it felt weird getting older and still playing too competitively on a video
right?
game.
Like playing to
You know
be the
what I mean?
best. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then I was kind of like, dang, man, like
You sure taking it
it
serious.
seems a little weird. You know, like why are you're how old and you're still taking games serious? So I was like, nah, man, let me just. And this is just my personal preference. I don't give anybody mess if like anyone watching this plays games competitively. Good
We
for you.
respect it.
Yeah, good. Like honestly, good for you. And if you get paid to do it, dang, I wish I was you. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
yeah, just but for me, I need to like for me to comfortably do something. It has to be something with my body. It has to be something physical. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
For sure. But I think I
Yeah.
want to do something different. I don't even think I want to do like I do want to do basketball. I think I want to get into like soccer, bro. Like I've never played soccer like on an intramural team ever. So I'd love to do that, and especially like, but I would come into it with the mindset of like, bro, all y'all are my teachers right now. So like y'all
Correct.
need to teach me how to do this move. I need to do this. I don't know how to kick the ball this way. I don't even think I know how to really kick with my left foot. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
yeah, bro. Like I'd wanna pick it. Even that, I even consider doing rugby, bro. Like I want to do rugby. You know what I mean?
I
So
was thinking of taking up jujitsu because I noticed like as I get older, I notice I'm more of a physical expression type of person. Like I like to, like in basketball,
yeah,
like that's why I liked it, but I couldn't love it, right?
right,
And it was because in basketball, like yeah, don't get me wrong, it gets physical, but like it ain't like really physical to me. Like it's a very finesse game, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
so it's really about how well are you under pressure as long as you know like you won't be touched. You know what I'm saying? Or
right.
you and so it wasn't physical enough. But then I played football. And bro, I remember like at tryouts I was like what y'all want me to do? Cause they didn't tell me it was like Oklahoma drill, so they just like, you here, he there, here go the ball. And I was like, huh? And so I
Right.
just stood there and coach was like, go. I was like where am I going to? Like where you want me to go? Cause
Right.
like
Go
there
away.
was everybody was lined up on one side, so it's not even like run to the other group. It just was
Yeah.
a crowd of players behind us, and me and him right there. I'm like, what? So then, bro, dude hits me, and like everybody's like, you okay? You okay? I'm like, bro, that felt good. Like, like,
That was a little weird, but yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I know
yeah.
what you mean.
I'm like, why did I? I was like, but it was a physical like expression, because it's not like it hurt, but it's just like
Yeah,
it was very sudden.
it was more of like a shock,
Yeah, and it's like
like a shock to your like mental system,
it was
like
like a shock of adrenaline. Yeah, because at that point I was like, oh, you want to go? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, and so
right.
I was like that in basketball. So
Adrenaline
whenever people would
response,
try and pick on me because I was smaller, it's like, oh, you want to play physical? All right, I'm play physical. I'm gonna show you
yeah.
physical. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I think I need a way to physically express myself. I was like, I don't think I really love boxing enough to like stick with it. But I was
Yeah,
like, maybe jujitsu I could like stick with because you got all
yeah,
these different techniques, and I just think I would like it a lot more than something like boxing. So I was thinking about picking up jujitsu, and I never did that as a kid, so I wouldn't know a single thing. All I would know is like defend yourself. That's all I can tell me is like protect yourself at all times. Like from what I don't know, like whatever they throw at you, I guess.
what's
But
stopping you?
huh?
I
I'm
said, what's
nervous.
stopping you?
I'm
Yeah,
nervous about it.
just do it.
Right?
Just do it. Just do it right now. Look it up right now. Where's the
Like
nearest? Where's the
sign the
nearest
paperwork.
gym? The Brazilian gym near to you. You know.
Yeah.
I think so. I did pick up boxing. I did do that. I want to say like a year, 2 years after college, and I enjoyed it. I really did. But I only did it for like I'd say like a month. Um, but the problem with that was though, uh, the specific guy that I wanted to train me, that I trusted to train me, he could only meet like at this hour that was not, it wasn't applicable to what my schedule was. So I just couldn't keep up with it, and I haven't been. But I loved it, man. I loved training at home, just hitting the bag on a regular basis, and like breaking a sweat doing it and stuff. Like I loved it, and the technique that's behind it, like it's not just throwing punches. Like there's so
Correct.
much into it, meticulous things that you have to do and pay attention to. So yeah, man, I gotta do. I'm gonna find something. And when I find it, I'm gonna be excited to tell you about it because it's gonna be. And I can only imagine how much better my mental state is when I'm doing it.
For sure. Cause
Yeah.
you'll be more of you. Like think about
Right.
as a kid, you literally would just being you. That's all you wanted to
Right.
do as a kid was be you. And so I think getting back to some of that stuff, learning how to play again, go play. It's like go be you. And
Yeah,
of course
man.
you'll feel really, really good about it. And I think too, like obviously okay, like boxing lessons, right? Sometimes you can find free boxing lessons. Most
Yeah.
times you not though. So it's like, okay, people already complain about bills, right? What bills you already have. But it's like, would you like to live a little more life? Like, would you like to have a little fun? Like, you find
Yeah.
ways to provide for whatever that is, right? So that's why I say bill stand for boy, I'm living life. Cause it's like,
Right.
yeah, I got this boxing bill, but like I'm that's what I do. Like I found out how to afford it, so I'm living life this way. I figured it out. So I think it pushes you to be more than you are too, because now you got to find a way. Like, okay, I want to go boxing. Like, how I'm gonna
Yeah.
pay for it, or I want to like.
Right.
For some people, it's fishing, right? So I got a guy at work,
I was literally about to bring that up. I still love fishing. I
bro.
gotta
He
get.
he loves it, like loves it to the T. He found a guy who make his own baits, and he was like, hey,
Okay.
if you want to make you some custom baits, I got you. He's like, but I don't really bass fish. I'm like, what? Bass fishing is crazy. I was like, it's the best fish. I was like, cause it's an ambush fish, right? Likes to attack stuff. So
Wait, you
I'm like,
fish?
huh?
You fish?
Yeah.
I didn't know you fish.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, like I love fishing so much that I would literally like book a flight and we could go on a fishing trip, bro. I'm dead serious. Like I love to fish, just chilling out there until you catch something. But I like want to get good at it. Like I want to get good at it, but not in the sense of like, oh, I got to take everything home, but like the catch and release type stuff too. You know what I mean?
The
Yeah,
colors
bro.
and the type of bait at different times of year make the most difference. Like red
Okay.
and white bite different than blue and white, depending on the weather.
Dang, I didn't know you fish, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
we got to
bro.
plan something then, because we both live in some pretty good fishing states too. That's crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, we got to make something happen. But yeah, man, that's funny. I literally was gonna bring that up too. Like I wanted to get back into fishing.
That's funny. We got on here to talk about false promises, and we did, right? But
Right.
I don't think we did it in the way we thought we would. But also, I think too it shows how our identity has changed so much from the time we first got to college to when we graduated to even where we are now, right? So
Yeah.
I think when we talk that, man.
Cause you're picking things up as you go. Like you're no longer like,
Like you
all
said,
right,
with the spoon.
yeah, like I'm not. So I mean, there was a time where I was just a college student. I was a brother, a son, an athlete, a student. I probably said that already. But like the list keeps growing. Like now, I would consider myself still a student. I'm all those things that I was, but now I'm a husband. You know what I mean? And like it just
Yeah.
seems like you're just continuously picking them up, and it's like, well, you should pay attention to it, not necessarily like don't become one thing and then forget about everything else. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Correct.
And I think that's what it's so much easier said than done because, like I said, I didn't even really know that I was. I mean, in a sense, purposely like losing things. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that was going on until I really looked at it, and then it's like, oh shoot, let me get back to go doing that. Let me get back to doing that. So it's very interesting.